சரி ஓகே ஓகே இல்ல சரி ஓகே வாங்க வாங்க சரி. இல்ல அந்த இது இல்லையே அந்த ப்ரோக்ராம் இல்லையே வேணுமா டைட்டில்
So number of students are very less. I think in the batch second year and the first year, everybody is there in first year students.
Yes, sir.
More number of students are there in the first year, but yet to be joining. So dear students, please pass on the message to other students to join immediately, so that you will have very good presentation in the afternoon session.
சொல்றேன் வந்துட்டாங்க இல்லையா கண்டிப்பா பேசுறேன் அப்புறம் ஆரம்பிச்சுக்கலாமா இங்க சரி ஓகே அவர்கிட்ட வந்துட்டாங்க சரி சரி ஓகே எப்படி நீங்க வரீங்களா அல்லது ஓகே 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 சரி சரி ஓகே சரி சரி ஓகே
Ranjit, good afternoon, Ranjit.
Hello, good afternoon, Ranjit. Good afternoon.
Sir, very good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Ranjit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Ranjit. Good afternoon, sir. Kingston, sir.
Good afternoon.
Ramkumar is there. Ramkumar, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah. Ramkumar is there on the line?
Ramkumar. He's on the line. Yes, he's also on the line.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay, right.
Okay, very good afternoon to you all, and I wish you all very happy World Fisheries Day. This day is very important as we are fisheries graduates and students. We need to know the importance of World Fisheries Day, how it was evaluated, how the program came into existence, and we need to celebrate in a big way. Unfortunately, this year, because of the COVID, and we couldn't do the field-oriented programs, and for the students also not there, and we are conducting some program for students through online. I take this opportunity to welcome our alumni, Dr. Ranjit and Dr. Ramkumar, to this program. So they are known fisheries biologists, and they will be addressing to the students on different issues. Because we are proud to have our own alumni and graduates to the program. I welcome Ranjit and welcome Ramkumar. I welcome all the students for this program. Kindly interact with the scientists, and they are all very well known, and they are very promising fisheries scientists for the future, especially in the FRM department. So, Sir Kingston, sir.
Yes, yes.
Now we may start the program, please.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. So, I thank the dean. I thank the dean for his welcome speech. So now here, as the beginning of to begin this program, we have two talks are there, and talks on fisheries only. The first talk is by Dr. S. Ramkumar, PhD, and he is a scientist. Okay, now I give the mic to Mr. Durai Raja.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So I welcome Dr. S. Ramkumar. So he is our graduate and alumni also. So he has graduated from our Fisheries College and Research Institute, Tuticorin, and later on he took the means he has qualified that is JRF exam, and he completed his Master of Fisheries Science in the field of Fisheries Resource Management in CFE Mumbai. And continuously, yes, means he got job in ARS, so Agriculture Research Scientist in ICR, and has been posted in there is a Mumbai Research Station and CMFRI, ICR CMFRI. And after that, after joining the job also, he has completed PhD program also in the field of Fisheries Resource Management. So we welcome that is Dr. S. Ramkumar, and to may I request Dr. S. Ramkumar to deliver his talk on the given topic. Over to you.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Can I audible?
Yeah, you are audible. You are audible.
Yes, sir. So 1 minute, sir. I'll just. Hello, sir.
Yes, Dr. Ramkumar, it is slides are visible and you are audible also. You can proceed now.
Yes, sir. I'm just proceeding. Sir, can I audible, sir?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. Shall I start?
Yes, Ram. Yeah, you can proceed.
Yes. So, respected Vice Chancellor, Dr. Sukumar sir, Tamil Nadu Fisheries University, respected Dean Dr. Sundaramurthy sir, Tuticorin Fisheries College and Research Institute, teachers, dear students, very warm welcome to all. I am very glad to meet you all in this auspicious day of our professional fraternity mainly the World Fisheries Day we are celebrating now. And from morning onwards, I am just seeing the webinar. So all the students as well as our faculties are very much tired. So anyway, so in these digital platforms, that we do not get even time for relaxed also. So okay, anyway, I will just move to this topic. So the topic given to me is very much need an attention in this present scenario of Indian fisheries expansion. Before move on to the slides, here I am going to discuss the features of Indian fisheries productions, followed by sustainability principles, Indian fisheries challenges and opportunities towards sustainable output, and some of the initiatives by fishers as well as by Department of Fisheries of various states towards sustainable development goals. So, as we see, the production trend from 2010 onwards, marine fish production is between 3.3 to 3.5 million metric ton, with no sign of increasing production trend. But in case of inland sectors, there is a visible increasing trend, almost doubled, contributing 72% of the total fish productions in our country. In marine fish production, 95% of catch is from wild capture site, whereas in inland production, 80% of its catch is from freshwater aquaculture, and only 10% is from inland capture sector. It clearly indicates that there is much scope to increase our productions in inland sectors by utilizing the gap between the available productions as well as the available potential yield. Among inland sector, current reservoir production is 0.9 lakh tons, whereas the potential is 9.86 lakh tons per year. In case of floodplains, the hidden potential is 3.3 lakh tons per year that has to be achieved in near term. Coming to the annual average growth rate. If you see the annual average growth rate trend from 2000 onwards, the marine sector has clearly showing declining rate almost 3 times, whereas in inland sector, the growth rate is growing year by year, almost 3 times from 2009 onwards. Globally, capture fisheries production is 5.4%, but our annual growth rate is 4 times less in last 3 years, whereas global annual growth rate of aquaculture is declined from 10 to 2% in 2017, even though the total aquaculture production is reached record high of 114.5 million metric ton. In India, aquaculture sector has growth rate in increasing trend, which is a positive sign. So if we see the graphs value added, graphs value added is nothing but summation of GDP and subsidies less the tax from the products and services rendered in particular sector. If you see GVA of fisheries sector, which compared to national GVA, the percentage is between the 0.8 to 0.9 percentage, whereas the share of fisheries sector to the other GVA is in increasing trend from 4.5 to 5.37 percentage. So our export value also doubled in terms of US dollar value. In terms of INR, our value is increased 3 times from 16,000 crore to 46,000 crore. We have to ask ourselves at every step towards sustainable development goals these basic questions about our open access fishery status and where we stand right now. Whether our open access fishery is compiled to existing law, if compiled, whether it is regulated as per existing law, if regulated, whether enforcement is implemented effectively. In case of conservation measures do exist, our open access fishery is always given prime importance to prevent and minimize disputes among the different fishery sectors only. And we are lacking enforcement such as entry restriction, repair overfeed, no legal action against violators, even though we have a handful of regulations in the form of acts such as the Fisheries Act, Wildlife Act, Regulation Act, and all the major states, Environmental Protection Acts, Marine Fishing Policies, etc. So as far as synthetic fisheries management is concerned, we have 3 types of systems where open access is done mostly by state fisheries management and central level management as well as institutions. We have given least importance to community-led initiatives by fishermen societies of various states in order to sustain their resources locally. For example, in Kerala, Kadakodi community, in Odisha, Vetalu community, in Tamil Nadu, traditional panchayat of Patnavar community, self-regulated women seaweed collectors, in Maharashtra, local fishing communities, all communities are involved in considering their coastal and marine resources as well as their local resources in order to achieve their goals of sustainability. So our Indian fishery has gone through 4 phases: cliffs independence, where first phase is dominated by non-motorized traditional boats, and second phase is dominated by mechanized and motorization in large scale, where third phase is dominated by diversification of craft, expansion of craft. As a result, current phase 4 experiencing declining fish catch, depleted fish stocks, increasing conflict over fish resources to wild harvest sectors. On the other hand, the current phase may way towards increased produce through freshwater brackish aquaculture with available updated technologies in the feed sectors and sea sector, etc. The fishing industry in India has given employment almost over 14 million folks, whether directly or indirectly, and almost is contributing 63% of global fish productions, but enjoy the current earnings by ignoring or giving least bother on impacts of overfishing, unsustainable fishing practices, unregulated and informal supply chain markets. In the present scenario, our fishery is serving depleting marine resources, lack of data on inland fishery resources, overfishing in coastal water, poor infrastructure in fishing harbors, landing centers, lack of cold storage facilities, high post-harvest losses, deep presence in economic exclusive zone and as well as in ICs, low level of investment, and we are in very starting phase of mariculture. So whether our optimum efforts is always neglected or not, we are asking a question to us. Yes, it was neglected, and it's being neglected by our government. Why it is so? Hello, sir. Can I audible, sir?
Hi.
Yes.
Yes, Doctor, you are audible.
Okay, sir. So our fishery governance continues to support it, increasing efforts rather than expand our reach to offshore, deep sea, remote areas, untapped resources that results in decreasing in population size and decreasing catch per unit effort. With increasing production in total in terms of quantity as is good. So before going to sustainability and sustainability measures, we should answer whether our sustainability goals has experiencing any kind of protection, whether our present harvest is economically efficient, whether our regulation and its implementation is simple to enforce. These three important factors we have to see in order to obtain or taking our fishery towards the sustainable goal development. So, in case of sustainable indicators, there are so many indicators. These indicators are very, very important to assess our stock in order to know whether we increase our production in sustainable manner. For that, we need to build continuous database on stock status of at least commercially important species with detailed information on parameters such as chronic biomass, size at maturity, size at capture, minimum legal size, mean size, fishing mortality, and recruitments and exploitation rates of each species. The effective fisheries management should be relevant to local and national laws and should comply with healthy targeted fish populations. We are lacking in information on the stock assessment status of still stream, riverine, reservoirs, and lack of fisheries. Inability to use such information in marine fishery sector is also one of the big threat in our Indian fishery concern. Negative subsidies and incentives always promote unregulated fishing. Lack of implementation in marine fishing policy is one of the reasons for our sustainability threat. And we are discussing from the beginning, overcapacity also. Overcapacity of fishing in marine sector also is one of the main. As far as post-harvest sector is concerned, sustainability will be attained only if we are able to fully utilize our produce with highest standards in food safety as prime concepts. At the same time, we have to minimize our post-harvest losses too. Our products should speak about their source identity, whether it is from legalized fishery, harvested sustainably without disturbing our nature, etc. It is very, very important to gain our consumer trust as well as the safety of our product in the hands of end users regarding the post-harvest sustainability is concerned. So legal size, MLS, it is a minimum legal size, is an important fishery management tool with an aim to protect juvenile fishing by maintaining the spawning stocks and control the sizes of fish that we are caught. By setting MLS and implementing the same would increase the economic efficiency of the fishery too. Usually, tropical fishes have high fast growth rate relatively that will attain higher weights very quickly, that leads to the high harvest biomass as well as a higher income to the fishers. CMFR has proposed MLS of 58 commercially important fishes to Kerala. The Kerala is the first state to implement these MLS measures. In Maharashtra state also, CMFR has proposed this MLS for 58 commercially important species. It is in the process for special ordinance to come. So, MSc certification is also an important fishery management tool that ensures certification services compliance with internationally recognized standards covering sustainable fishing and seafood traceability for wild caught fish. Once the fishery is successfully certified, the catch can be sold with blue MSc label. Globally, MSc certified fishery contributes 8% of the total harvest. Globally, 244 species certified worldwide, with only 3 species in India. India's first MSc certified fishery is short neck clam, that is Papia malabarica in Astamidi estuary in Kerala. So, how they got these certifications? This fisheries has now sustained with 10,000 ton per year after this certification by implementing strict regulating measures such as closed season mainly during the breeding season and mesh size restriction, minimum export size, and prohibition of mechanical clam fishing. This certification not only protects the environment but also the livelihoods of the 3,000 fishers. The Astamidi clam farmers initially formed Village Clam Fishery Council to develop management measures that I mentioned earlier and officially represented their fishery even at the regional as well as at the state level, in the ministry level also. These certification achieved through the collaboration of State Fisheries Department, WWF and CMFRI. This sustainable move, typical example for our Indian fishery industry to move forward to attain STS goal in the long term. Like this, so many small scale fishery existing in our each and every state that are also endemic fisheries. For example, backneck fishery in Maharashtra, and the Shoreshin fishery in Park Bay. So these are the fishery in the very near future has to get the MSc certificate so that fishers of these communities will get good economic efficiency for their product as well as they can sustain their product on their fishery also. Another example for sustainability by the community fishers are, this is the Sindhu Tall community in Maharashtra. These Sindhu Tall community fishers altogether come forward to adopt spire measures in order to mainly reduce the bycatch as well as increase their catch value. But they are yet to get the MSC certifications. These communities are well aware of the marine mammals interaction in their fishery and how to mitigate, and they are involved in release back to the sea whenever the sea turtles or any marine mammals come in contact during their fishing operations. Now, because of the initiatives, the spire mesh nets is going to implement for rest of the districts of Maharashtra, and these fishers can able to protect their commercial fishing grounds and giving the way for the juvenile fish to grow up to their marketing size. Another example in marketing side where sustainable fertilization is the UCAT's seafood marketing company. This company CEO is a typical fisherman community fellow who got graduation from Scotland University from the Raigad district of Maharashtra. He established home delivery seafood products by melanating the market intermediaries that paved way for extra margin to these fishermen directly. Moreover, these products gives us information on the fish name, when they caught, what type of fishing, and process method, how many days old the product is. Like this, our government has to encourage these kind of initiatives in all the states in order to increase the economic efficiency of fish marketing in India. NOVA has a program on bycatch reduction engineering with aim to reduce the impacts of bycatch as on marine mammals as well as seabird interactions. Likewise, we do also need this kind of initiative for our fishery too, especially in coastal fishing grounds, seagrass ecosystem as well as in coral reef ecosystems too. Another initiatives by Tamil Nadu and Kerala state is that Toonday and Sagara web portal are mobile with aim to ensure the fishermen security at sea, mainly during the cyclone alert periods. These digital platforms gives us up-to-date entry and exit of information, real-time information on weather forecast, key visit zones, high tide tables, cyclone alert, and so-to-so needs of the fishing community. Likewise, Maharashtra government also started developing the app to interact with the central government. This kind of initiatives has to be given to all the states so that we can able to increase our safety of fishermen at sea, and not only that, it will ensure that our national security also will be given prime concerns within our EEZ zone. So the long-term challenge is what we are facing for last 6 decades, and we have to see that these long-term challenges should be attained before 2030. These are limited manpower availability in each and every state that makes them too difficult to enforce our regulation very effectively. And we have strengthened our infrastructure in harvest and post-harvest sector. And biometric identity card, not only to marine fishers, inland fishers should get this card, and the registered fishers will get benefit through this card by various schemes of governments. Safety of fishermen at the sea also we have to see And right now we have reached up to only territorial waters. We have to see the facility fishermen at sea up to release it out too. And there is a inadequate utilization of potential existing in our fishing grounds. And not only that, public investment in fisheries sector is inadequate when compared to agriculture sector. We have to upscale our seed production technology for agriculture as well as for solar aquaculture. We have to bring the gap between TOT as well as the scale of technology, and we have to minimize this gap too. And real-time monitoring and surveillance programs along the coast of India is very, very essential to the contemporary issues. And in case of inland sectors, management of stocks, soil stocks is very, very important. We are lagging in the fishery resource assessment and management, board fishery. We have to upscale and we have to increase the utilization of aquaculture areas, economically viable hatcheries and culture systems we have to create, and technology should reach up to all the states. Aquaculture technology for hill fishery also we have to develop.
It's some kind of interaction of both oceanographic and physical phenomena, formation of calm sea where mud is getting accumulated. There exists a many fishery of mud banks, and in both the east and west coast and the southern end of Tamil Nadu coast, some Sinamundam and other regions. And to Linjam region, we have a bed banks. It is a rocky ground. Moses is a perch fishery, and some extent the cephalote fishery exists, which also unique to our region. And coming to us, other part where we are the face of many are doing mitigating the promoting or any kind of aquaculture activities, where this integrating multi-tropic aquaculture activities is going in a phase to combat the utilization of all the resources in the sea, and combating the environmental climate change also exists. And then even Pradhan Mantri ji also told about the seaweed farming as a future of food. Though it is in globally facing seaweeds are the most production, India is not coming to the phase. But recently, Niti Aayog committee and many institutions and colleges are working on seaweed farming to increase the production. And there are many products developed from Semphore and other institutes for nutraceutical products in the terms where our seaweeds are considered a hub for creating this kind of products. Semphore has brought also a couple of products from the marine origins. And so there are so many unique exist, though all we have to protect for our future also, because as previous speaker also told about the sustainability farming. So we for formulating or safeguarding this ecosystem, there are many ecosystems. I'm not listing that, starting from Fishery Act to Region Coastal Management Act and Marine Fishing Policy, everything. It working in some way, other way for protecting the marine and coastal resources. And the most important Hub Act, which have some protection of this marine species. So all knows about starting from the mollusk and marine mammals. So all has been protected under this Wildlife Protection Act. And this recently come to the coastal and marine protection areas for area of significance. We have to preserve. There are about 31 CM camps, of which 4 Marine National Park in one which is occurs in our region, like that the Kalfa Marine Park. And we have sanctuaries in different parts of India, starting from Bhitarkanika, Malvan, and Kalfa Kutch, and almost 4 biosphere exists. I was telling about only the marine and coastal the thinking. Coastal resource protection resource. And similarly, biosphere resource, we have in Gulf of Mannar, Sundarbans, Great Nicobar and Gulf of Kutch. Then we are also have a signatory of couple of international conventions, like for managing the ecosystems, like UNCLOS, CBD, sites, for FAO, IOTC, all are working for protection of these our marine resources. So how it was, because every we are telling in everything we are telling, this is the resource, we have to protect everything. So people are working on different angle, so valuing the marine and coastal ecosystem. So what we are doing, all personals are doing, our researchers, they classify all the marine ecosystem into 4 service, like starting from provisional, regulating, cultural and supporting service. As it is indicated, provisional service, the products from the marine ecosystem, like seafoods and energy, like wind energy. There are proposals on proposals, ocean energy and biomedical transport. Also, all are provisional. And the regulating service, or where it obtained by the process of material, like if we are doing erosion control, like seagrass ecosystem. So this kind of flood prevention, these all are regulating service. And cultural is like educational, where it is almost a non-material things, educational, recreational and heritage and spiritual, all coming under cultural service. Then coming to the supporting service, where it is it's like other ecosystem service, where the biological diversity maintenance, nutrient or primary product. So these are the factors they divide. These are the broader factors they divide for valuing the marine ecosystem. One of the major paper was the Constanta. So though in worldwide attempt of marine and coastal evaluation took place in 1926, however this Constanta 1991 is the very famous paper on valuing the marine and the coastal ecosystem. Almost at a whole, if you are seeing, I have based up all the factors which I have kept in slides. So as a whole, they are telling almost $21 trillion annually to the human well-beings this marine and coastal ecosystem are giving. So these are the graph showing the different ecological service. In the y-axis showing the value in US value in millions. Mostly the supporting service having more amount of valuation, more amount of values in terms of that. So these are the things. And similarly, the recent estimates, even only within the WWF estimates, within the direct output from coral reefs, seagrass, mangroves, it is almost 6.9 trillions of value it is exist. And as a whole, let's say Great Barrier Reefs also exist within per year, US dollar 5.7 billion years are coming. So we also attempted to value the different ecosystem of Tamil Nadu through World Fisheries Economic Tool. So nearly we estimate almost a total area of 42 lakhs hectares, of which million rupees are almost 9 lakh million estimated this resource. So what for this, everybody is talking about the sustainable development goals. So our this marine and coastal resource, there are many 17 SDGs, of which more suited one is the life below water, the 14th one, where we conserve and sustainable use of oceans and marine resources for sustainable development. There are many sub actions for that. So I planned to make it visible. I got it from SDGs. First one is to reduce and prevent the pollutions. Second in the SDG is protect the ecosystems. So the end to the overfishing, end of overfishing and illegal fishing. Then helping fishing communities and the scientific cooperation, making international laws. So these are the major SDGs. And we, India government also reacted, and all the central and state governments reacted on these SDGs, because we are very, very Indian ecosystem as an Indian whole. We are the second largest producer and we contribute almost 3 to 6 trillion dollars of coastal value of dollars to the world, and moreover, almost 13 to 36% of population live in the coastal districts, and we are also fortunate to have most number of fishermen globally. So such that in India, Nitya was a major hub for seeing the overseeing the activities of SDGs, and to fulfill that, we have a humpty number of institutes established, expertise available to achieve that. Also, many of the targets, few are achieved, and notably for fisheries is the Blue Revolution scheme, where integrated development and management of fisheries, and there are potential fishing zone advisory programs and sustainable future programs where it has and gives more employment to the people, and the livelihood programs, and the protection of coastal ecosystem, and the holistic development of islands and coastals. Then, as like Narendra Modi ji also told, like other white green relation or fisheries are considered the Blue Revolution, which harness the potential of fishery sector. So there exist other systems which is for maintaining this sustainability or the nature-based solutions, because nature-based solution is very important because it accounts all the parts like study for ecosystems-based approaches, restoration to potential, and societal changes, including the human well-beings and biodiversity benefits. This is from IUCN, where they told that action to protect or sustainable management of and restore the natural resources or modify the ecosystem. All such. It is nothing but if we concern with marine, there are activities going on: the restoration of mangroves, restoration of sea grasses, restoration of coral reefs. So these are some kind of nature-based solution to sustain or to safeguard our marine ecosystem, and for which we can ultimately enhance the production of many marine organisms, including fish. And another thing, the major important things from this, the blue carbon system ecosystem service, thing now all are talking about the climate change, increase in the concentration of CO2 in the atmosphere. So there are estimates are available where these some of the major plant-based and other coastal resources, they serves as a hub or for the sequestration of CO2 from the atmosphere. Like mangroves, because if you see the mangroves are the most important resource which sequesters more amount of, because it has more sequestration. It's a plant, unlike other terrestrial habitat, also able to have the highest amount of sequestration rate, like nearly 175 gram per meter cube per year, followed by the salt marshes, because salt marshes also, unlike other systems, salt marshes also now proposed by many of the institutions to study the blue carbon potential, then followed by seagrasses, estuaries, and selves. So nearly almost as a whole in a globally, if you are seeing 1.167 gigagram of carbon has been sequestered through the systems. Similarly, NCSM and some other organization has made an annual sinking capacity of carbon. So mangroves have a capacity of nearly 2.9 million tons of CO2 per year, and similarly 0.3 million tons of CO2 per by the seagrasses, and 0.373 of salt marshes. So if you projected to think of the blue carbon system, so we can enhance them almost 55 million tons of CO2 sinks can be created. It's a projections made by the MOEF. So next, so there are many factors to be considered for the economic area, and for future it can be planned like blue carbon systems, like fishery evaluation. There are estimates, and some other regions of Andamans, even CMFRA also estimated the valuation. And there exists marine spatial planning, and for economic valuation, then the marine protected areas, and integrated management of mangroves and corals, and ecological treatment for greener economy. These are the things which can already few things already running, and we can think of for more about the economic valuation. Next, so I was fortunate to see some of the standards development for any kind of valuation or any kind of project proposal be approved. This Federal Geographic Data Committee, or this, it is based on US, where they think suppose any kind of marine proposals or a project proposal, they have to think of all the systems as a holistic approach, starting from the biographic settings like water component, geo component, substrate component, biotic components, all the things we have to think of. Similarly, aquatic settings, what it was, all the settings has to be pooled and bring out in the projects for in this kind of marine or coastal ecosystem planning, like ecosystem inventory of mapping and coastal marine spatial planning, like what already talked, that marine protected area selection and evaluations. So whenever they plan this kind of setups, they have to include for any kind of approval of the projects. So this way also will be, some are already adapting. We are also adapting this angle for any kind of projects. And then there are a humpty number of challenges exist because if you see the proximal interaction like ocean acidification, marine ecosystem are facing ocean education, seawater rise, disease, invasive species, nutrients, pollutions, and fishing also there are challenges because, and when we see the digital intervention, what human migration is happening, economic trade, government institution, technology, urbanization, carbon emission, geospatial. So there are many challenges in both the proximal and distal end, like a top-down or bottom-down approach. India is facing, all the whole marine ecosystem is facing. So coming to some of the points where the challenges exist, because when we see as a globe, there are almost 300 billion people living depend upon the marine and coastal ecosystem, and we are in the face of many ocean acidification and warming, and the species group shifting or many things like that. Moreover, our marine ecosystem has plays important role where it is giving nearly market value of USD of $3 trillion dollar per year as already shown, which is almost 5% of global economy. In terms of species inventory or anything, almost more than 2 lakhs are identified species, but it is not actually number. Many are not are discovered. So it remains, it seems, in a global challenge, almost 95% remains unexplored. And moreover, these marine systems are considered as about 40% of carbon produced by the humans has been absorbed by the marine ecosystem. And the dependence of protein is like the fish, almost 3 billion people are dependent on that. And we are the humans also a lot of intervention and got almost distracting many of the habitats of marine ecosystem. And when we consider about the fishery, almost 181 species deemed to be the extinction, including more of shark and rays. So coming to our point, so these many factors it is there. So in 1998, it seems, where many it is not government has started. Many of the women's fishing community started to highlighting the importance in 1998, I guess, if it's right. So it starts like that. Rallies are conducting workshop, public meetings, cultural programs, drama exit by the fishery, World Fishery Day. And one important thing I would highlight is, though fisheries seems to be productive, but it is one of the most world most dangerous profession. So we have to give work for the welfare of the fisher folks. And similar, like N.V.Sujathkumar is organizing World Fisheries. There are many institution organization is organizing the World Fisheries Day and celebrating the World Fisheries Day. Starting from fisherman to organization, even our FAO, they have today I think yesterday started this year's theme is call for end to human trafficking and forced labor in fishing sector. So this is ongoing things where we have to curb this IUU fishing in that. And so another their motto is to all the call of all the member countries and the organization and including the fisher folk to come together to support the livelihood of every 1 in 10 people of the planet. So these are the main aim. It is the ongoing programs on that. So what I was founding a proverb like fish live in a sea and men do a land. Great one peoples eats up little ones. Why I'm telling is we are the persons have to depend on the marine ecosystem, and we are the culprits. Sorry to use the word. We are using this resource, and we have to sustain, as the previous speaker told, we have to use the sustainability of that all the resource for future generation. And I would like to quote some words. These words I never forget because I learned from our dean only. Where if you give a man a fish, he will be hungry for it. If you teach a man to fish, he will be richer forever. So so there are different some are telling it Chinese or English, that is not the bother, whatever may be. So the importance is existing since long. Even for me, this word is come from a college. So we have to think of in such a way. We have whatever the thing, we have to use the ecosystem, marine ecosystem, in a sustainable way. And we as a whole, starting from fisher folk to the government organization, as a whole, we have to come together and save the marine and the coastal ecosystem for the future generation. And let's once again we all celebrate this World Fishery Day for the fisher folks. And the ocean is ours, the marine ecosystem is ours, and the fisheries is ours. Thank you very much, sir, for the wonderful opportunity given to us. Thank you, sir.
Okay. The last at the least. So we had that elaborative talk on that unique marine ecosystem and their significance. So which has been presented by Dr. L. Ranjit sir, and it is very much useful to the students. And we also like to take the message as that we are celebrating the World Fisheries Day 2020. That is, it has been celebrated by various fisheries, fisher folk and fishing communities across the globe through rallies or through rallies and demonstration or some programs, etc. So, so I extend my thank to Dr. L. Ranjit sir for having presented on this auspicious day. I thank you very much, Dr. L. Ranjit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah. So now I requested the participants to ask for some questions. So now this is open for discussion, and the participants are requested to ask questions. If any doubts or any clarifications can be made now, and both the presenters are here.
Ranjit?
Sir, please, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is World Fisheries Day. So during this year, have they any? I mean, any special program has been introduced for this year, World Fisheries 2020 by CMFRA or ICER?
No, sir. We are because as CMFRA is working on the research aspects. There is a major project this month, particularly we as a whole livelihood enhancement for the fisher folks. So there are farming activities like cage farming and the seaweed farming under the PMMSY. It is going well in all the states through the state fisheries department. And in this seaweed farming and all, it is in collaboration with multi-institutional collaboration with MOEF and CMCRI. So that and all activities are going on. Apart from that, as a general, other capture fisheries work like minimum legal size implementation for the Kerala state government. Similarly, it is Tamil Nadu state government also given. So such kind of activities are going on. As a whole, it is going. So not specific to World Fisheries Day. It is continuously running on it, sir.
Sir, can I intervene, sir?
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Yes, actually, last 2 months back, after the introduction of PMSY, so our Prime Minister has given more importance towards seaweed mariculture as well as the open sea cage culture in order to doubling us the income of the fishermen as well as the production also. So in continuation of this importance, the Ministry of Fishery also given prime objective to uh, identify the potential mariculture site for the seaweed as well as the open sea cage culture also. So Semaphore has taken up the initiatives along the coast of maritime states to identify the potential mariculture sites for seaweed as well as for the mariculture for sites for open sea as well as in high seas also. Already for Gujarat state, Tamil Nadu as well as Kerala state, Semaphore already done the work. So rest of the states we are starting this year.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry. So, so if there are no questions, I think shall we conclude the session? Okay, so as I outset, I mean sincerely thank Dr. Ramkumar as well as Dr. Ranjit for having delivered these special talks. Now, I mean the students are highly benefited by this because the students were also interested to hear this lecture. So these lectures were very useful for them. So I thank Dr. Ramkumar as well as Dr. Ranjit who have taken much effort on the preparation of this this talk, and also this very sincerely carried out the lecture. I thank you very much for both of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, dear students. So those who are participated in this program today. Any students? Any students are willing to talk something? Okay.
Sir,
Yes.
As a speaker, we guess that students all are understood. Thank you.
No, actually, they are attending since in the morning.
Okay, sir.
So,
I will guess.
That is what they may be tired of. Okay, dear participants, we have dear students, we have already given some assignment like essay, short essay write-up and poster presentation and model preparation. I think some of the students has been sent those information to the David sir email ID, and I request some more students and most of the students please participate and kindly do the work and send to the email ID. Still we have some more time. I will give you some more time also. Yeah, up to evening 5 o'clock or 5 o'clock. So once you complete it, please send to please send to the concerned email ID. Okay. So the mail ID is davidkingston@tnfu.ac.in. So I expect all the students to participate without hesitation, and there will be award. Okay, in the due course of time, and it will be given. So I thank all of you, and particularly that today presenters, Dr. L. Ranjit as well as Dr. S. Ramkumar, because they have given consent, and moreover, I would like to thank Dr. B. Sudhamurthy sir, Dean Fisheries College Research Institute, because amid the busy schedule, and he has given permission to us, and he helped us to get the permission of the university as well to conduct this program in commemoration with of World Fisheries Day 2020. I thank all of you, all the participants, and all the presenters and the organizers. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.